sneakerheads and basketball enthusiasts alike. Uh, this is the only land, and we're here to talk about these, the LeBron 17s, um, which is the performance review. So we can start off with the traction. This is not herringbone. It's not spirals. It's really not anything that we've seen before. It's kind of like spider webs. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it spider web traction. I saw certain people had issues with it, so I know Nightwing had issues with it, where when you have bad traction on a shoe, it kind of just messes up the entire experience. You can't make a move. When you shoot, you feel like you're gonna slip, and I feel like that ruined the experience for him just based off the traction alone. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was fine. As a matter of fact, I thought it was pretty great. To be honest, out of all the performance sneakers that I tested in 2019, I'd say these probably had the best traction. And it's kind of not even close, especially how long they've lasted. Snow White. I actually haven't. I don't remember myself wiping so far. And usually when I performance test, I try to keep track of that type of stuff. And maybe if maybe 3 or 4 times, and that's a maybe, like a strong maybe, because I really don't think that I've had to wipe. The traction is amazing. It's really great. I don't slip in these in regards to traction at all. So, as I am editing that, I realized that I don't slip in the traction, but I did have one issue with the sneakers. Let me get this right. So this portion of the sneaker right here, this like outrigger, is definitely something that you'll have to get used to. I don't know many sneakers that just have like a random bubble just sitting on the side, and it's kind of it impedes you for sure. Like as you're playing in it the first couple times, you're definitely gonna feel the difference if you've never played in a sneaker, in a LeBron sneaker or anything that's actually has this type of outrigger. And I definitely tripped and fell, like literally on the ground. A couple times a couple times the first time I wore it. So it does take some getting used to. It's not like a huge flaw, but it's not the greatest design. If they were able to cut, even if they didn't have to keep it as a circle and were able to cut it down just a little bit, I think it would help. But it's not like a huge flaw where it stops you the whole time. Like I said, you do get used to it. The last couple times, I didn't even realize that I had a problem with the issue the first time. So that's just another heads up. But let's get back to what's going on over there. If you want to take a step up to cushioning, you have the Max Air unit in the back, and then you have the what is it called? The Air Zoom. Yeah, you have the Air Zoom in the front, or Zoom Air. The cushioning is amazing. I just don't think it's necessarily for me. So like when you first step into it, you're absolutely 100% gonna feel the Max Air in the heel. And if you guys know anything, if you guys have watched any of my other performance reviews, I have like really bad heels, I guess. I don't know, but any type of like air in the heel is just like sitting on clouds. It's heaven for me. I love that stuff. But it's a lot. It's a lot. The Zoom Air in the forefoot, you feel it. I mean, it's Zoom Air. You're gonna feel it, but it's really the whole setup that's just a ton, and you can really tell that it's specifically made for LeBron, because there's no way I'm putting this to the same amount of use that LeBron is putting it to. I weigh 160 pounds, maybe a couple pounds more or less, give or take, on a good day, and LeBron's like 250, 260. So I'm not putting the use of this the same as he is. There's just no way. But it's big. Like as you step in it, you completely feel the difference of any other shoe. Like you're completely off the floor. You're resting completely on this air, and it's really just a preference type thing. So in my personal opinion, if you're looking for these, I would try them out first beforehand. Before you do anything else, I would definitely give them a try on beforehand, see how they feel. For the materials, you have a knit posit, which was basically a combination from the battle knit on, I think the battle knit was on the 17. I think battle knit. We're gonna find out for you. Yeah, the battle knit 2.0 was on the 15, and then the fly knit, or I don't know what the hell is on the 17. But regardless, it's a combination of the knit from the 17
This one.
What?
and the I'm sorry, the knit from the 16 and the 15. What they have here, like these little plastic pods, are not actually plastic. So what they call it is heat welding. So my assumption is that the heat weld is some plastic, and then inside is yarn. Yarn is what's inside of it on top of the knit, and that's just to give it a little bit of rigidity, a little bit of structure. And so you're not tearing through it. It's not a pair of Ultra Boost, and ironically I'm wearing Ultra Boost. So if you look at the difference, and now I can take them off and show them to you. If you look at the difference between this, you're not grabbing this and pulling on it, as opposed to an Ultra Boost where the whole thing is just like moving. You play basketball in Ultra Boost, you'll rip it. Like I can tear this off the sole right now. Obviously I'm not going to, but completely different. It's really rigid. I actually love the knit. It's breathable. The only thing is, I don't know about everyone else, but mine it's wearing away. I'll give you guys close-ups of that, but like there's pieces of yarn coming out of this, and I've cut off pieces, and just more comes out. And you know, I really try not to damage my sneakers too much when I performance test them, but it's just part of it. Like there's really not much I can do in regards to that. It's part of playing ball. I'll probably cut off the extra pieces and continue playing it. I don't think it's gonna affect it much. But that is that. If you guys want to talk about fit, in my personal opinion, I'm an 11.5. I would say if you want a tighter fit, probably go half a size down, get you an 11. Like I said, they're definitely made for bigger individuals. It's just a looser fit, so I would get an 11 personally. For me, I like the fit, but I know not everyone's gonna enjoy that. Lockdown in this is pretty amazing. I don't know how this lace system was able to contain me so well, but I tie these up, and I like my sneakers really tight. I like a little bit of space in the front, but in regards to tying like the laces, I like them super tight. And in regards to tying the laces, I think what they did was just kept like a regular old structure in regards to the lacing system, and then just put these two, I'm calling them just design pieces, honestly. They just put these two design pieces in the tongue, and they don't really affect anything. They don't restrict much, and it works well. The lockdown is amazing on this, and there is a heel cup in here. It's a good shoe. It's a big man shoe for sure. It's hard to say you have small man shoes and big man shoes when just everyone can do everything, but if you ever see a Lebron, you know this is a big man shoe. It's made for somebody who's bigger. You can play with it as a small guy. It's not necessarily built and made for you. In regards to like the aesthetics of the shoe, I talked about all that in my last video, so you can watch that. One last thing that's different between this specific 2K pair and the other pairs is right here on the heel, it doesn't have that little loop. So on some of the other pairs, I know there's like a metal loop here, and I watched someone else's review, And as you use the loop, because you use this piece a lot to get your sneakers in, it's tearing a hole in there. That is just a terrible idea. You have knit and then you put a metal piece in there that's frequently used. It's just bound to happen where it's gonna tear it. Terrible idea in regards to that. If you can avoid getting something that has the metal piece in it, it's would be my suggestion, because eventually, even if you don't pull on it, it's just gonna wear down. It's a metal piece. It's gonna get caught on stuff. It's gonna tear a hole in your sneakers, and it's gonna look pretty bad. But that's the review. Those are the LeBron 17s. If you guys have any questions about them, any comments, let me know if you guys picked them up. Did you like them? Did you not like them? Do you like the colorway specifically, or did you like the other colorways? I know they've already released a ton at this point. I'm already a little bit late on it, but it is what it is. But that is pretty much it. I am the only Land. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I am out of here. Y'all have a good one.